Neutron SuperVaults, the endgame for on-chain market making, are finally live and open for deposits. And yes, you heard it right, these vaults are currently yielding more than 300% APY. GM guys, 𝗬𝗵𝘁 here with another brief DeFi tutorial, and today I will showcase you how you can deposit and put your funds into the Neutron SuperVaults to earn some super juicy rewards. Alright, before we start into the tutorial, just a 2-second word or an explainer what SuperVaults are. So SuperVaults are automated market making vaults built on Neutron's native DEX, and unlike passive LPs, liquidity pools, SuperVaults continuously rebalance and reposition your deployed liquidity at the top of each block, basically leveraging Neutron's architecture to create or to yield the most rewards for you as a passive liquidity provider. Alright, so now let's jump in and see how we can put some funds into these SuperVaults. So here on the official announcement that they made a few days ago, they shared the link, so I will leave these links all in the video description below. For now, let's click on the link. Always make sure to use official links so that you don't get that you don't fall for any phishing attacks or other scams. So over here, let's firstly just take a look at the page. Here we see that they currently have 5 different SuperVaults, and as you see here, the APYs, wow, there is the 𝗬𝗬𝗪 USDC pool currently yields 1150% APY, which is just mind-blowing. And here, like a super conservative vault with 𝗬𝗬𝗪 and 𝗬𝗲 yields still 35% yield, while the Neutron vault is up to 170% and the 𝗬𝗬 vault yields around 300%. I'm not 100% sure if these percentages are on an annually basis or just based on the 30-day average, but nonetheless, these yields are pretty insane. And yeah, you see here that most of these vaults, like this vault, is already fully filled up. Over here we see that there are deposit caps in place, and for the 𝗬𝗬𝗪 pool there's a deposit cap of 700k, and all other pools have deposit caps of 500k. The first 2 vaults are already maxed out, almost maxed out. Here's a little bit more to go, the same for the Neutron vault, but for the 𝗬𝗬 and the 𝗬𝗬𝑥 vaults there is still some place to deposit into. Let's just take a look at this vault here, for instance. And yeah, there are some beautiful charts, like it shows us the outperformance of this vault on different time horizons. If you compare it to simply holding the underlying asset, and there are some more statistics. If you look into it, you see here the TVL, the vaults just opened up a few days ago, and here we see the surge in liquidity. And what's even more impressive over here is the rise of the trading activity, or the volume that is routed through these pools, and it's just like, it's very nicely ramping up, almost going parabolic, since these vaults are super liquidity efficient. Therefore traders use to route their trades through it, and we as liquidity providers can earn some juicy yield on top. So over here, just look at this. This vault has a current TVL of 450k, while the 24-hour volume is 1.4 million. So the 24-hour volume is almost 4x as big as the liquidity that resides within this pool. So this really showcases how efficient these SuperVaults are. And without further ado, let's see how we can deposit some funds into these vaults. First off, we have to connect our wallet over here. I will choose 𝗟𝗶𝗺. And then you see over here that I already deposited some 𝗬𝗬 back in the days, and here we can see that there is a constant outperformance compared to holding. And especially here for your position, you only see this if you deposited some funds. You can see that I outperformed simply holding 𝗬𝗬 by, I don't know what's the percentage, but over here you see that holding 𝗬𝗬 would I would have $20 right now, and thanks to this vault, I earned $2 additional rewards. And yeah, let's deposit some more funds into this vault. And as of here, you can see I have 0 balance. Therefore, let's head over to balances. where you see everything that you currently hold on the Neutron blockchain. I have some Neutron and here my LP position. So therefore, let's bridge in some new funds. And here that's just a standard bridging interface. You can literally bridge in funds from wherever. Here, for instance, you can bridge some USDC from Ethereum. You can, of course, also bridge in Solana or some Cosmos native coins from 𝗬𝗏. I know that I have some USDC on 𝗬𝗏 and I want to receive some USDC on Neutron. Therefore, let's deposit, let's say 24 USDC. We hit on continue. And this is a simple IBC transaction and it should go through pretty fast. Let's approve this transaction and wait for our funds to arrive on Neutron. Perfect. We successfully deposited some USDC. So now that our bridging transaction went through, if you head back to the balance tab, you see now that we have some USDC available here and we can now deposit it into the SuperVaults. So over here, again, we have the SuperVaults, and as you see that all assets are paired with USDC, so half of the pool is composed of the asset, Atom, Neutron, 𝗬𝗪, 𝗬𝗪, whatever, and the other half is USDC. And for the sake of this tutorial, let's deposit some USDC into this pool since it has very, very juicy rewards. And of course, as you see, I don't have any 𝗬𝗪 here, but you can also single-sided provide liquidity to this pool. So like in this case, let's only put 12 USDC into this pool, and then it will automatically swap half of these $12 into 𝗬𝗪, or however the current ratio is, and everything else like happens underneath the hood, and we can simply lean back and watch our assets hopefully earn some yields in the meantime. Let's deposit some funds. We confirm the transaction. Here we approve the transaction in our wallet, and again the transaction went through successfully. And we now have $33 in this pool. Previously, we only had $21 or $22. And this is all we need to know since now, we basically own $33 of this pool, which is a combination of USDC and 𝗬𝗪. And over time, we can track our performance here. You see that in the past, I had $22 and now it went up to $33. And another pretty handy feature is that these vaults have no lockup and they have instant withdrawals. So your liquidity is not locked up here. You can withdraw it at any time. And yeah, that's just a beautiful feature. And again, here are some statistics of the vault. We see this vault opened up just a few days ago and TVL is increasing rapidly. And here we see the trading volume that is routed through this vault. And yeah, here is the vault capacity. Currently there are 150K and yeah, it's not maxed out. And yeah, over here, that's very important. Here we see the pool balance. So currently there is a little bit more USDC in this pool and a little less 𝗬𝗪, probably 45% 𝗬𝗪 and 55% USDC. So we just deposited $12 and it got distributed according to this balance. And of course, over time it varies. And the moment you withdraw your funds from this pool, you will just get the share, like the same percentage as over here. But what's more important is to track your dollars. And one more thing, let me also show you how to deposit two assets simultaneously. Therefore, we head back to balance, or you can also directly go to bridge. And this time, let's bridge in some Celestia. Therefore, we choose the Celestia network. We approve it in our wallet. Let's bridge in 10 𝗬𝗪. We hit on continue and we confirm the bridging transaction. And I'll be back once my funds deposited. Perfect. Our 𝗬𝗪 funds have arrived, as you can see here, and now we have some 𝗬𝗪 and USDC on Neutron. And yeah, let's ape more into these vaults. Again, let's choose this vault over here. We want to max deposit 𝗬𝗪. And can we also max deposit USDC? Yeah, that seems to work. So here you see the 𝗬𝗪 balance is $16 while we only deposit $12 in USDC. But again, these smart vaults rebalance everything in the background. The transaction went through successfully. Done. And here our position is updated. And yeah, I will keep you guys posted. I will track the performance of this vault over time. And as always, I hope you got some value out of this tutorial and hope to see you the next time. 𝗬𝗪𝘁 out.